I'm at the Laureus World Sports Awards and I'm joined by India's original representative on the Laureus Academy, 1983 World Cup winning captain and legend of world cricket, Kapil Dev, is here with me. Speaking to a lot of Academy members, and all of them, when I said I'm from India, they said, oh, so have you met Kapil yet? And to sit with all these greats of world sport, to be part of this is also a huge thing for India as well. We haven't done that great in sport compared to other countries, but to have you as our founding ambassador and member here is fantastic.
I think it's wonderful to sit with these a great athlete, spending time with them. You come to know thought process, how the world sports is happening and how the things have changed over the period of time. I think it's wonderful to see that, knowing their mind. It's great to be sharing time with them.
I saw you last night sitting with the great Mark Spitz and Don Fraser as well. They say that sports ultimately is about winning. But so how different would the mindset be in a team sport or an individual sport? Because ultimately, sir, it's all about that winning mentality.
I think that you have to have that. When you're playing any sports, you should be passionate enough to continue playing. And then you start thinking about that, okay, what is my goal? You must have some goal in your head to say, this is what I want to achieve. And all these athletes whom I met, they are a little crazy somewhere, because if you're not crazy or little not mad, you can't achieve that, because you have to break that barrier which many other athletes can't do it. That's why whenever I talk to them and try to find out what do they have different than other people, is that little bit more crazier than other people.
India just had a good tour of South Africa. When South Africa came back to international cricket, India were one of the team country which hosted them. You all went and you had a great series there as well. It was a feisty series, if I remember, 1992 as well. So how would you put, sir, this in perspective, what the Indian team has done in South Africa this time?
I think over the period, the Indian team comes out very aggressive. Our cricket was very subdued cricket, not very aggression-oriented cricket. That's how by nature we are. But new generation come out, they are fearless, they are ready to express themselves. And good to see Indian team is now recognized as #1 team in the world. And they are playing from the front and showing that aggression which we were in our time used to lack that, expressing ourselves. I was very happy the way they played.
But I think the only regret is that had they taken the chances, they could have won the test series as well.
I think, yeah, fine, that's gone now. I think, they also must be realizing that had they grabbed those little bit extra effort or chances, they could have won the series. But in the end, if you talk about the entire tour, I think they've done extremely well.
You know, sir, transition is a word which is used in sport, especially team sports. It happens all the time. Great teams are there, then they're changed because people move on. India went through a lot of transition. A lot of good players went. First, there was your generation, then Sachin Tendulkar, Dravid, Kumble, that generation has gone. MS Dhoni was the captain, now it's Virat Kohli. And he seems to now have this bunch around him, which is really a different kind of a new India. You know, these boys are hungry, they play different kind of cricket, as you said, much more aggressive. People said that their first test could be this away series coming up in South Africa. Now they're going to Australia, England. You think that this team has the capability to consistently win abroad?
I think it shows the character. They have the ability. The only thing is still they have to start winning. Once they start winning outside, they will be a total different team. Sometimes these young guys, young boys, sportsmen, they talk too much. In our time, we used to say, let's not talk, let's perform. But they have the ability. Very rarely you will see any team who dominated so well by such a great athletes like Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Yuvraj, Harbhajan, Anil Kumble, Virender Sehwag, Lakshman. When they go out of the team, it's very difficult to build a team. I think thanks to IPL, now they're getting exposure. We can understand how important is exposure to these young players. And they are ready to believe that they are the best in the world. First, you have to believe that, and not to lie to yourself, to believe you are the best team. And then I saw a couple of interviews. I saw the reaction. I could say, yes, sometime you've taken it back. Are they talking too much? But that's new generation. Give them all. Good luck to them.
Yes, the exuberance of youth. But I won't talk about Virat Kohli, the captain, because I think he still has a lot of time ahead. But Virat Kohli, the batsman, this great Indian tradition of batting which is coming on, he seems to be scoring runs and centuries for fun. Earlier, 8, 9 centuries in one-day cricket was the norm when you all were playing. Then Sachin came and raised the bar as well. And now Virat's 35, every series 2 or 3 hundreds. It's a different approach to playing cricket.
I think his approach, we Indian always produce greatest batsmen in the world. Individually, there is no shortage of that. But this young boy, Virat Kohli, I think he's the new dawn in the world. Cricketing dawn, I would say. I never seen so many cricketers before 50s, but I can compare with Vivian Richards. He was the all-time one of the finest cricketer who dominated on the pitch, on the crease, and I think he looked one step ahead of that, and that to me itself is comparing with Vivian Richards. Somebody have to be extraordinary player, and no shortage of ability. His temperament, his hunger for getting runs is par excellence.
So you've played a lot with the great Sir Viv. I can see the gleam in your eye when you're mentioning that. But my final question, sir, because you're representing India here as well. You've seen India over the years. Earlier there was this love for hockey, then cricket took over, and we were largely a one-sport nation. But it's changing. Do you see that change across all sports? We are winning medals in wrestling, in archery, in shooting, badminton. We are now dominating the world. It's nice for a sports person to see other sports doing really well and being world beaters.
I think thanks to the media, basically television companies. There was time when in a week you get 1 hour sports in our country. Today, around about 10 channels, 24 hours, they are showing sports. And that is one thing. The young kids, rather than watching other things, they watch the sports, they follow the sports. Amazing. I never ever thought in my lifetime the parents will come out, okay, if you can't do study well, if you can't good in education, go and become a sportsman. That is the ultimate change in our country. And thanks to the television companies, we should owe them everything.
And any particular Indian sports person who you, if you have time, you think, okay, let's watch this player playing?
I think the girls playing cricket or say badminton or tennis. I was in America talking in a company and they said, well, so what if Saina Mirza come out, she's not even top 10 in the world. She's top double champion, we understand, number 1. What's the big thing about that? I said, big thing is only 300 girls plays in our country, tennis or badminton. And out of 300 girls, we produce a champion. That says a lot.
That says a lot. Thank you, sir. Great talking to you, and hopefully more and more kids play sport, because ultimately the more numbers we have, perhaps the larger we are going to produce champions. Thank you so much.